Greetings, boys and girls. My name is Aridin Kane. Today, we're mining copper. Copper is a problematic resource to find in large quantities, but today I've got an extensive farming route through the ash heap that will yield a minimum of 300 copper, with very little effort other than the running itself. Now that you know what we're doing, let's get started. First, let me give credit where credit is due. While researching this video, I came across another video from a YouTuber named TX Chick Gaming. I'm assuming that's Texas Chick Gaming. She deserves the credit for the research. The route that she put together is absolutely incredible, and I wanted to put my own spin on it. So make sure to drop by her channel, linked in the description below, and give her some much deserved love. Now, before we get into the run, let's make sure and get our excavator power armor equipped. So what this will do for us is it will basically 4x our yield when we harvest a copper node. So instead of 1, we'll get 4, which is awesome. Now with that out of the way, this run is going to start in Hornwright testing site 2, which is down here in the ash heap, the far southwest corner of the map. Let's go ahead and fast travel there. Alright, so we're going to turn to our southeast, and we're just going to go right over the top of these rocks. And then you'll see the tip of that little hill right there. And this will be our first copper vein. There's one. And here's another one. Come over this direction by these bushes. Kind of circle around. And there is a third copper vein. If you continue circling around to the right, there's another one. And then one more down here, right in this crevice. So now we're going to turn to our east, and you'll see a hill off in the distance. Just going to run over there real quick. This one's a little bit of a trek. And we're going to try to avoid those rats if we can do it. Maybe even do a little sneaky sneak. Oh, they got us. Let's take them out real quick. All right. So you'll notice right here we have a bunch of copper veins. So we'll get all of these. Should be a total of 6 here. Then we're going to turn to our northwest, and we're just going to drop down off the hill and then continue on to our northwest. And we're basically heading to the road right here, and you'll see several telephone poles. And we're going to head towards those. So we're going to pass this first, and then right here you'll see a bunch of copper veins. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to turn to our northeast and head basically up the hill. And we'll go up and down kind of between these mountains. And then we'll eventually turn to our east. There's a small ramp that we can jump up. And we're just going to avoid the fights around here. And then off in the distance, you'll see a red crane. So that's going to be our landmark for right now. And we're just basically going to head in that direction. We'll get some stamina back. Now, once you're to the top of the hill next to the crane, you're going to head towards this little bump right here. And right over the top of it, you will find 4 more copper veins. 3 and 4. And then we're going to head back up the hill towards the crane. And there'll be another one there, and then 2 more on the wall. And then if you continue back over the top to the southeast, We're going to head down the hill. And we will come to a rock past these bushes. Right here. There's a copper vein. Copper vein. Copper vein. And then 3 more up on the wall. There. There. And 1 there. So now we're going to turn to our southeast. And we're going to head right across the road. And there's a hill right up here that has some rocks and bushes right at the top. That's kind of our landmark. And these first sets of rocks, so right here we'll have 2 copper veins. Here's some things now. Where'd he go? And 1 more coming. Come on, buddy. That all? Looks like all. So then right here, next to those other ones we got, is another copper vein. Total of 3 of them right here. To go along with the other 2, that makes 5. So now we're going to head to the south. And you'll see this large tree right here. That's our landmark. And then behind it is a rock face that's got 3 more there. And then if we circle around to the right, get up on this ledge, there'll be 2 more. So total of 5 right there as well. Next, we're going to turn to the southwest. And what we're looking for here is basically a large flat rock. Here it is over here. And you'll notice there's a scorch beast popping out of the fissure there. So we'll get this copper vein, and then if we come around this way, we will find another copper vein. That's a total of 3 there. And now if we look off in the distance where the scorch beast is, who hopefully will not aggro us, you'll see a yellow tower right there. That's our landmark for this next section. And generally, if you just run, you'll aggro the scorch beast, but you can outrun them, and eventually they stop chasing before we get to the next spot. But you want to keep that tower to your right hand side, not too far right, but you know, just so it's on the right. And then we're going to head up here. Oh, we got stuck there. Keep heading up the hill. And then right, is it right here? Yeah, right here we will have a bunch of copper veins. There's 1 there, 1 there, that makes 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So then we're gonna come around, circle to our left around the rock wall, and then we're gonna head east. It's kind of rocky terrain in here, so just do what you can to stay to the east. You shouldn't need jetpacks or marsupial or anything. And this is not hard to find. What we're looking for is a crashed vertibird. And this is always a landmark with this tree right here. I don't know why, but... and then you'll see the vertibird right after it. And so, looks like we're going to have some super mutants here. Yeah, there he is. So we'll take care of the super mutants real quick. And I know usually I'll take out all the fights on these runs, but I wanted you guys to see what you'd actually be contending with. So again, at the top of the area where the vertibird is, come down here, and there's a copper vein. There's 1, there's 1, and then right over here, there's a 4th one. Now for our final spot, we're gonna head to the north. This is a little bit of a trek, but not too bad, but this one's worth it. And at the top of this rise, you'll see that house down there. That's kind of our landmark. So we're gonna go ahead and head in that direction. we got some mongrels that we'll take out real quick. Alright. So let's find our house again, right there. And then we're going to continue. So once we get to the house, we'll continue to the north, because that sets us up to see exactly where we need to go. If you look here, we're heading towards the road, and there's a break right there in the road. Kind of goes right down there. That's where we want to go. Right down here, and then curl around to your right. And you will have 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't miss this one down here. That's 5, 6. This one's a little difficult. 6 and 7. So that's the run. So let's see what we got. So we ended up with 240 copper ore, which is 60 nodes. Now also note that if you are on a higher population server, you will get more harvests per node. You'll get between 1 and 3 or 4. I think this is a recent change, but it's definitely a thing. So let's head back to our camp real quick and we will tally this up. Okay, here we are back at camp, and we're going to want to equip the super duper perk card. What that'll do is give us a bonus to the smelting when we go to smelt our copper ore. So let's get that equipped. So we'll go to smelting. And then copper scrap, we get 3 for each one we create, and it'll require 2 acid and 3 copper ore for each one. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what we end with. So that gives us a total of 80 craps, so 240, and then we'll see what Super Duper adds on to that. There, and if we look in our inventory under miscellaneous, or actually it'll be under scrap, or junk. So we ended up with 312 copper scrap for this one. Note that I did this on a public server, but it was on a lower population public server, probably a brand new one, because we only got 1 harvest for each node. If you did this on a higher population server, you would get between 1 and 3, maybe even 4 harvests per node, which significantly increases the amount of copper scrap we would end up with. Your mileage may vary depending on the population of the server that you do this run on. If you're looking for acid, I've got a video that I'll link up here in the corner that will show you how to get as much acid as you need to do runs like these. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more Fallout 76 content like this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.